Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping $, usual 50/50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $, usual 50/50. Tickets on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshitting on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Push the weight and now flex. The live is 1 in the 6. With the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You a runner, motherfucker, hot stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker, never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker, change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed this morning. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Man, you know, boxing today, with all the characters involved, you got your baby faces, you got your heels. If y'all familiar with pro wrestling lingo, you know what I'm talking about. You got your managers, your fan favorites, who are, they could be baby faces, they could be heels, or they could be walking that line of gray. They try to be heels, but the audience loves them way too much. It's crazy work. This is where we at in boxing. It's a lot of twists and turns, and you know, as usual, I have questions. So smash that like button, like and share the video. We are our own algorithm. I repeat, we are our own algorithm. It's on us. You understand? Groovy. If you missed Pep Talk last night, go catch the replay. Go subscribe to the Painful Excellence podcast. Adult conversations, real life situations discussed with class. We don't know everything over here, but we have conversations and we move forward and learn from each other. We share experiences and things of that nature. So go subscribe to the Painful Excellence podcast. That's my other channel. But I dual cast on this one too, and vice versa. Make sure you subscribed. All right, let's do this roll call. Dial Big G, Dirt Gang Boss, Anwar Willis, Sensei, Stormy B-Man, salute. Dale Anderson, The Audacity podcast in the building, man. You all right, brother? Good to see you, man. I know I ain't see you in a minute, man. You know, life is life, man. Salute to you, good brother. And I appreciate all your support. Thank you very much, brother. Your presence is what's important. I can give a damn about a Cash App or a Super Chat. Y'all presence is support in itself. I appreciate you guys, all of you guys. Dion, salute. I appreciate you. That's what I'm saying. Y'all don't have to like drop no super chats or cash apps. Your presence is important. That's what's important. The presence is important. That's how we show YouTube and the airheaded mods that don't know what they're doing, and Google's and the Google mods and the YouTube that have a set of rules that they don't even know how to follow, or they follow in extreme bias. We show them by supporting, showing up so they can see the same names, the same faces. You understand? Coach Hudson, go subscribe to Coach Hudson. Salute. Coach Hudson, he be cooking, man. Y'all go subscribe to Coach Hudson and get that daily bread. Click on his name, go to his channel. Click on his name, go to his channel. Get that daily bread, for real. Coach Hudson be cooking. Todd Swindle in the building. Mr. Tiptoe, my brother, a condo. Salute, good brother. Main biker, my man. What's going on? Shaquilla Fields, salute, Queen. How are you? Jarrell Freeman, Michael Fleming, my brother Copper. What's going on? Tay, good morning. Hit my line later. Let me know how you working out. Brother Monster, what's going on, man? How you feel? Good to see you. Ain't seen you in a long time, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. Snacks B in the building. Tone Brown, what's going on, my brother? All right, so let's get to the conversation because, like I said, this has really turned into professional wrestling. Didn't see this coming. Don't know why. Because if you'd have told me, hey man, Shakur's about to make a power move, who you think he's going with? You know what I would have said? I would have said maybe thinks he's smart enough to make this power move on his own. And if you'd have told me, no, he's going to a name, I'd have never thought Lou Dibella at all. Hey, Wavy, salute. Shogun, salute. You know why? I'd have never thought Lou Dibella at all. You know why? And salute to the family. Salute to the Usual Suspects team. Y'all remember this? I'm not on X. Who remembers this? You know who he was talking about? Well, the name's right there. NBA D Nice, salute. Look at that. Shamar, what up, brother? Look, read that. Copper, you see this? Well, first of all, I said, why is he going to Lou Dibella? And I'm in the group chat, and one of the brothers posted this, and I said, yo, I do remember it, but I'm not on X. I just get people, people post this stuff. They post this stuff on the gram. That's how I see it. You see this? Wait a minute.
What?
This had to have been after the De Los Santos fight, right? Hey, bro, wait a minute. Isaiah, what up? Andrew, what's going on? What is this? Now, I remember, because a lot of people rip Shakur for that. Now, mind you, I was saying, I ain't got no problem with Shakur. As a matter of fact, maybe, let me check the fruit on my tree. Have y'all ever heard me on my channel at any point call any fighter boring? Anyone, remind me. I'm giving you, hey trolls, I know you're watching, just say pump your brakes, Drew. You said X, Y, and Z was boring. And here's a timestamp. And because I know y'all watch me. I know everything I do. Some of y'all know things that I said that I may have forgotten. I'm giving you the opportunity to check me right now. Have I ever called any fighter boring? And let me be clear. If I called the fighter boring, was it always followed up with the, hey man, it was up to his opponent to force him to fight? You don't like what Shakur's doing in the ring, it was Edwin De Los Santos' job to contradict that style. Insane Talk NBA, what up, bro? You see what I mean? So I don't recall, and I don't say things like that. Boring? No. You know why? I remember when people called Floyd Mayweather boring. When he turned into Money Mayweather, they called him boring. And boring is a term reserved to black fighters. Ask Abel Sanchez. I played the video, so I'm not gonna play it this morning. Dion, what up? Yeah, last fight on Top Rank. Yeah. Dirt Gang, yeah, I remember they did call Roy Jones boring on HBO. And I'm saying, how could this be when he didn't get the knockout? Mo G, what up? Boring is reserved for who? The darkies. It's reserved for us. So I make it my business not to call him boring. I remember watching the fight, and Pernell Whitaker was downloading data on his opponent. I don't remember exactly who he was fighting. Andre, what up? And I'm like, how dare they? That's Sweet Pea Whitaker. And then fast forward a couple of decades later, here comes Lomachenko. Oh, the speed, the angles, the footwork. Never seen anything like this since Ali and Ray Leonard. I'm like, wait a minute, what? Patrick, what up? I'm like, hold on a minute. What? Man, okay, I see what's going on. So I made it my business not to call any black fighter. Yeah, Shakur, you're finding out you're very black. Don't nobody care about your dad. And I have it on good authority that your dad is Puerto Rican. I have it on because one of my brothers told me, and I believe him. I don't believe anybody else. I believe him. I believe him. So yeah, your dad's Puerto Rican. That's why your hair look like that. Salute to you. But the treatment you're getting, totally black, man. Totally black. But you just did you know about this tweet, man? Because I know I seen it and I just forgot about it. Rashad, what up? Stephen X, salute. I just forgot about it. You know, interesting. You know, speaking about Lomachenko, y'all remember when Shakur ran into him at the fight, and he says, "Yo, man, what up?" And Lomachenko turned into a complete hooligan. You know, like he turned into a complete hood hooligan. I mean, hoodie on with gold chains. His lips got all big. And you remember what he said to Shakur with his big lips and his pink skin, the thug that he is? Come on outside. I fight you right now. I fight you right now. Come on outside. We fight in parking lot. And Shakur, like the half king he is, says, in the ring, fight in the ring. So Shakur's trying to get bread, and Loma is trying to catch a case. He invited him out there, and that's funny because, you know, Shakur, you know all about parking lot fights.
Whoa!
That is the only joke I'll be telling this morning. Maybe. Rod Neal, my brother, salute. Yeah. So now Shakur don't want to go out in the parking lot and fight. Okay, I get you, man. Get your bread. So while he wanted the real smoke, you know, Tiago, what up? While he wanted the real smoke, Shakur wanted the real smoke in the boxing ring. That wild Ukrainian, because that's what he is, wanted the street fight. And y'all didn't say anything. Way to go for being consistent. Trey, what up? I'll say it one more time. That wild pink maniac from over the pond wanted to have a street fight. When Shakur wanted to have a professional boxing match. And y'all didn't say anything. You knuckle draggers didn't say anything. I mean, did you miss it? No. I know you didn't. I know you saw it. Did you do an abundance amount of videos over it?
No!
Why not? Why not? Because he wasn't talking to your least favorite fighter? How many Ukrainian boxing channels or other boxing channels took Lomachenko's side in that moment? I know one motherfucker that did, and I know he did because he celebrates ignorance. You know, I ain't gotta say his name. I'll just imitate his voice. You know, as Bill Haney says, Trill Bill says, "You with the voice." When that situation popped up, more than likely he was like, "And again, Lomachenko's about that life," and he told Shakur, "Come to the parking lot, they boo boo. He doesn't need a payday. Lomachenko's not moved by money. That's what his team said." And again, he wanted to fight Shakur for real. Why didn't Shakur go out into the parking lot?
Yeah, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Better than that!
I didn't see no videos in abundance, and I watched. I just wait and see. When something happens on that level, I just watch. I'm like, oh, let's see what the Knuckle Draggers have to say about that. I didn't even see, like, because Shakur got some hardcore fans. I didn't even see that. I'm like, okay, are they gonna drag Lomachenko? Are they gonna do an excessive amount of videos talking about what a thug he is and how dare he? Because Shakur's that dude. See, he's ducking. There was no video in abundance, and I watched. I said, nah, Shakur's fan base got him. No, they got him. Don't worry, Kondo. I'm sure I'll play it again before the show's out. Stillwater, salute. What happened to the Shakur fans? To come at that moment, there should have been about 500 videos. After that, when that video came out, it was on the gram. I saw it. Maybe I missed it. 88, what up? Maybe I missed it. Were they like pro Shakur fans that jumped on this? PGA, salute. Did anybody jump on this? Like, nah. He over here doing that? First of all, you're not a war hero. You was in Greece walking around. Wasn't he? He was in Greece walking around somewhere, right? Wasn't in war. He just went over there. He said he went to save face. He was not ducking no missiles. Get out of here. He was protected. TD, what up? Where were the thug videos? What happened to that? Now, but I knew I knew you see. That's what I'm saying. You super Shakur fans. That's why I don't take you motherfuckers seriously. Y'all was supposed to drag Loma. Y'all was supposed to shame Loma. Y'all was supposed to shame him at that moment. Because if that was anybody else, if Shakur said that to Devin at that moment, and Devin said, you know what, F this, let's go into the parking lot. I'm tired of you. You sending me goddamn pop bottles at parties I invited you to. You talking about that white boy beat me? You know what? F that. I offered you a shot at Undisputed. You're like, no. You know, I'm tired of you. You ain't my boy. Let's go out in the parking lot and fight right now. Y'all have been talking about, that have been material for y'all knuckle draggers for weeks. For weeks. Shower, salute, queen. It ended as soon as it started, it was over. Y'all didn't say anything. See, that's why I don't take you Shakur fanatics seriously. I don't want to hear anything from y'all. Y'all let that white boy do that to y'all. I never let a white boy beat me, right? Right? Some of you said, "Oh, Devin should have said, he shouldn't have said that." What's the young lady's name from that does Insecure? I like that sister. What's her name again, though? Oh boy, what is her name? I can't think of her name, damn it. Issa Rae, thank you. Issa Rae. She went to an award show a few years ago. And they said, "Well, who are you rooting for?" She said, "I'm rooting for anyone black." You remember that? I was on Facebook at the time. I ain't had no problem with it. You know what else? You know what had a problem with it? Everybody else? Oh my God. How could she say that? That is ridiculous. No, it's not ridiculous. Anytime I see someone that speak a different language and they're accepting some sort of award, half of that thank you be in their native tongue. And what are they doing? They're shouting out their people. What's the problem? Who cares? I've seen people with tattoos on them. Brown pride. Do I feel insecure when I'm around them? No. Brown pride on their arm, tattooed on their chest. They have pride in who they are and their people. What is the problem? None. Get out of here. Shakur fans, where was your pride that night? I didn't see it. Village Brothers, salute. You know what pops up on my algorithm? 1,001 hate videos about Devin Haney. It happens all the time. And a majority of these dudes, I'm like, I've been unsubbed from these assholes. How are they popping up on my algorithm? Google Mods, YouTube. How many times I gotta press not interested? I've unsubbed. Why are you still sending me this clown's video? And who's this? 14 subs, 10 reasons why I hate Devin Haney. And there's some dude with Coke bottle glasses, bifocals, making his face up. Some of you niggas really need not to show your face on this YouTube shit. It's like going to the club. And you're like, man, some of these sisters need to step out this light. This is crazy. So I think I understand the Shakur fans. Y'all are just as confused as he is. I just showed you the tweet. Maybe Shakur ain't see it. Maybe he doesn't care. Or are y'all gonna say, "Hey man, Jeff Spark, my brother, salute." Or y'all gonna say, "Hey man, you know, whatever." Y'all gonna stand in the pocket for Shakur? OG Mr. Mont, salute. Now, here's my opinion on this thing. This is just my opinion. Y'all don't have to agree, and I'm cool with it. I don't have anything bad to say about Lou Dibella. Lou Dibella has something bad to say about Shakur. But what you'll find is that a lot of these managers and promoters, they're hosts. They're hosts for money. These trainers, they're hosts for bread. How the hell Explain to me how you go from saying this about him, right? And then when he comes knocking on your door, now you're looking to promote him. If he's boring, you don't enjoy watching him, you put that out because A, you feel that way, and B, you want to see how many people agree with you. Now, let me see. Let me look at that tweet one more time. 176,000 views. I don't know if those 176,000 views are likes or anything. I don't know how Twitter works. I don't know. But me personally, if I feel that way, how do you market that? 704, what up? How do you market that? If you feel that way, you have to feel that everyone felt that way. ESPN shit all over that kid. And to me, it was unjust because Shakur can box his ass off. And I'm a firm believer that if you don't like what he's doing, then do something, make him do something different. That's just me. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. Now, here's the mind F behind all of this. He was with Jay Prince. I've heard things about Jay Prince as far as boxing is concerned, heard a lot of good things. I remember he worked with Andre Ward. One of the things that I appreciate with Jay Prince and the Andre Ward thing, if you don't remember, that was at the KK Kovalev thing. And after Andre Ward schooled KK Kovalev, he schooled him in the first fight. It was close, but he schooled him down the stretch. Kovalev tried to get on his Russian gangster thing and talk about what he was gonna do and who he was gonna kill him in the ring. And Andre Ward looked at him like, man, don't put your damn hands to me, Kawhi. Salute. Don't be pointing at me. Don't do all that. Jay Prince took the mic. He calmly said, whatever he's saying, I don't remember what he said verbatim, but he said, yo, I don't know what he talking about, but he ain't in Russia. He not at home. In fact, where were they? Weren't they in the West? And with KK Kovalev, all that, when he put down the vodka and all that other stuff, you're not at home, bro. Because what I have heard about Jay Prince is, hey, bro, you get more than hands and feet put on you. You act out. Don't make this something that you're not prepared to. Listen, this ain't the 1920s where your white face get you a lot of carte blanche anywhere. Because if KK Kovalev would have really acted out, he wouldn't have made it out the building. There wouldn't have been no witnesses. It would have been a packed building, but nobody would have saw shit, if you get what I'm saying. So in that aspect, I appreciate Jay Prince. In that respect. And I've been hearing about that in reference to Jay Prince for a long time. He's a businessman. I've heard things about him in the street. I can't deny, confirm any of that. But one thing is for sure, he's not to be played with. And when I watched that Kovalev thing, he calmly told Kovalev's team what it was. And they got right. It's on YouTube. But I watched it live. And see, you got to understand, sir, you got to be around. I'm not a street dude, but I understand the happenings of the street. And there have been times where I've been out of town or in my city, in not such a familiar area, and I'm with friends, and I'm peeping the area, and you got that one or two friends that's always turned up, and you got to pull that coattail, like, yo, hold on, are you paying attention? Why he quiet? Why he quiet? Why it's 90 degrees outside and he got a long coat on? Shut up. We do want to make it home, right? Shut your mouth. One of those. Dion, I don't know the name of the video, but if you look up Andre Ward Kovalev, the rematch press conference, if you could find it, When Jay Prince took the mic and said what he said, I'm watching him, and there was a dude that, I don't know who this dude is, but there was a dude that was there. There's a lot of things off camera that you don't see. Let's just say this. KK Kovalev and his team, they ain't want to get out of pocket because the payday would have been ruined, and so would his life. Kovalev's life. It would have been ruined. Because some of these crackers and these Euro crackers think that they can come over here and do and say what they want to black people over here. No. No. We helped build this country. I don't know what kind of pull black people have in Europe. Maybe in their own neighborhoods over there, whatever. No. You might not know who Jay Prince is. You might not know who anyone is. But trust me, we're not all unorganized. Not all of us. Not all of us. No doubt, Dion. Not all of us are unorganized. No. And you'll find, by the time you're realizing it's oh shit, you ain't even gonna finish the sentence. It's gonna be oh shit, yeah. And you waking up 8 days later in the hospital, you can't feel your goddamn legs. What happened? Well, you mouthed off and a chair hit you in the head, and where's my team? 3 of them are dead, man. Well, what happened? No arrest. Nobody saw shit. Wait, there's nothing on film? Nope. All the footage magically vanished. And now you're stuck. Paul Williams got to wheel himself in there and be like, yo, man, at least I crashed on the bike, man. You just crashed out and got crashed on. Take care. Supreme Beast Boxer Talk in the building. What up, Red? That's the fam right there. Go subscribe. Lamont, what up? So, Jay Prince, I don't know the inner dealings between him and Shakur, but he left him. He left him. Gerard, Harlem in the building. Salute. I don't know. I don't know what the conversation is. I would love to hear it. I haven't heard anything. Did y'all hear anything? I haven't heard. I don't see everything. Did Shakur give a detailed description? Because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a detailed description as to why he left Jay Prince. I don't know. I can't clown the situation because I don't know what happened. You know, when you leave somebody, it's because they're not doing right by you. That's the general idea. I don't know what happened. I didn't know if there was friction behind the scenes. I had to have been. But you know what, though? Now, here's why I talk about Shakur. Shakur's a smut, y'all. And whatever he's doing in his career, and that's what I'm saying. That's why it's important. I want to know what Shakur has to say about this. There was a lot of things that I consider a self-inflicted wound on Shakur. For example, Devin was going to give Shakur a shot at Undisputed on the way out of 135. And you remember him saying, he's going to be drained. You remember all of that? And I said, I didn't like that fight for Devin. He's drained, man. Go ahead to 140, bro. Don't give him shit. But Devin is who he is. Yeah, you think I lost Saloma? Okay, watch this. You could do a better job then. 4 belts, pay-per-view, highest payday. What you got? And what did Shakur say? What did, as we all call him, and salute to Stormy for reminding me, Shitty Cuz. What did Shitty Cuz say? I know my worth. Now, can I ask y'all a question? And I'm just suspecting. I'm just asking because I don't know. Was that Shakur talking? Or did Jay Prince advise him not to take that fight? I'm just asking y'all opinion. It's an opinion because I don't know. I know he didn't take the fight and it didn't make sense to me. How do you say, yo, he's going to be drained? And I'm like, yeah, he's going to be drained. To make those fights at 135, Devin getting on those scales looking like Skeletor in the face. I'm like, damn, man. I don't like it. But he never complained. Prince, what up? He never complained. He always made weight. And he's fine on fight night. He's always been what we call professional. Now, why would this man go to a party that Devin invited him to, right? Remember that? And then sent bottle service over there at a party that he was invited to, saying sign the contract. And then after saying, hey, man, I think Loma won, I bet. I'm going to 140, but I already defended. I won undisputed, and I defended it twice. Beat Kambosos for it. Defended Kambosos, defended it from Kambosos, and then defended it from Lomachenko. Those are the foreign enemies. Now I'm dealing with the domestic ones. Let's get it. And the domestic enemy, Louis Hearn, D, what up? Which was Shakur. He said, "You on a rump?" And Shakur said no. Shakur said no. Interesting. Fascinating. Fascinating. Okay, thank you, Coach Hudson. That's it right there. That's it right there. And if you click on it, to the right, there's another Jay Prince interview from Fight Hype. But that's it right there. Jay Prince let them know in so many words. He let them know. Keep it boxing. Keep it boxing. That's it right there. Thank you, Coach. Coach Hudson on the job. That's it right there. He let them know. I might want to keep it boxing. This ain't Russia. Only thing you'll be doing is rushing to an early grave. Keep it boxing, bro. Not in those exact words, but go watch that when you get a minute. Anyway, he said, I know my worth. So I'm wondering, did Jay Prince say, yo, look, and I don't know, did Jay Prince say, yo, posture for more money? Did he tell him to do that? Did he advise him to do that? I don't know. I never questioned it. I never thought of it. Because Devin was at a disadvantage. And Shakur could fight. Did anyone ask exactly why the fight never took place other than what he said? Because, you know, you hear things later. Next man, salute. Was that all, Shakur? Was that all him? I know my worth. Did Jay Prince say, man, you can easily get more money than that? Okay, yeah, I know my worth. Was it one of those things, or was it Shitty Cuz just saying, no, I want more bread? And that's when we had a conversation with the Shakur fans. What you mean more bread? Lada, salute. What you mean more bread? How many times you been on pay-per-view? Nope, never. What was your highest payday? And check this out. He fought Edwin De Los Santos instead of Devin Haney. Did he make more money with Edwin De Los Santos? Is that your worth? He couldn't have. And that was the fight he got the most ridicule in. That was the fight. That fight right there. That fight right there. They show people walking out of the damn arena because of you, which prompted Lou Dibella to say what he said. Which is why I'm amazed that you even going to that guy. What is he going to do for you that Jay Prince didn't do for you? Never mind that. You was also working with Eddie Hearn. Shout out to all my UK brothers and sisters. Remember Earn with Hearn? Remember that? And by the way, shout out to Blue Blood. he got one more fight under Eddie Hearn. Did y'all know that? He said, yeah, he's leaving. He ain't going nowhere. He got one more fight contracted under me. All of this fussing this dude's been doing, you know, going back and forth with the Turkey Al Sheik, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. All of you guys talking about my fighter ain't gotta kiss the ring. We ain't gotta kiss the ring. We. You don't even know this motherfucker, but it's we. All right, cool. My fighter ain't gotta kiss the ring. We ain't gotta kiss no rings. Don't nobody need Turkey. Okay. All right. You don't need Turkey. Okay, cool. You don't. Do it yourself. It's okay. No. Do it yourself. Let me ask y'all a question. And this is a real question because I don't know. How many times has Shakur headlined anything? Shakur fans, I'm talking to you. How many times has Shakur headlined anything? Mark Wunderlich, my brother, salute. That's a real question because I don't know. Andrew says never. He's never been the main event. Him versus Edwin De Los Santos, that wasn't the main event. I could have I think Edwin De Los Santos, he headlined. That was the main event. And I think when he fought the Asian cat. Remember that? What was that Japanese dude name? Was that a Japanese dude or a Korean dude? But he beat his ass. Kawhi says a couple of times in Jersey. Yeah, literally, I think it's twice that I could think of. Yoshiano, okay, yeah. So he headlined that. Edwin De Los Santos headline where they did him dirty. Let me be clear. They did him dirty in the Edwin De Los Santos fight. They did him dirty. They were showing people leave the damn. I said, why are they doing this to this kid? That was my take on it. I was like, man, that is messed up, bro. So I think it was Yoshi and it was Edwin De Los Santos. Is there any more that I can't think of any? I can't. I can't think of. I can't. I can't think of them. So okay, I'm gonna go with 2. If there's any that y'all could think of, let me know because I don't know. I don't know everything. Okay, Herring and Valdez. Oh, boom! Thank you. And Valdez, that was an important fight because he whooped Valdez. So that's 4. That's 4. Thank you. You see, I don't remember. See? You see? That's why family's important. Thank you. Kawhi, thank you. So that's 4. Thank you. Is there any more? Because I'm going to ask another question because I don't know. Y'all ready? What were the numbers on those events? Since people like talk about numbers, y'all know I'm not a numbers guy, but I say that in all sarcasm because leading on numbers is how a lot of these guys who are super fans bring up their fighters and cut down other fighters. You understand what I'm saying? So those are 4 headline fights. What was his numbers? And mind you, those were all free. I saw those on, I did not pay a dime. Those are all on ESPN, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Shakur fans, right? I know Shakur fans weren't the one cutting down Devin Haney numbers. I know that's not y'all. Because the first time I paid to see Shakur, he was on an undercard fighting some guy named Padley. Right? Right? And salute to Padley, who came back with a vengeance. I like that young man. I like his story. He's an electrician by trade. Came in on short notice, lost to Shakur. Turkey said, I'm going to retire you out. You come fight for me full time. Came back, knockout victory. And salute to Stormy, because he pointed out something very key that I didn't even consider. Stormy said, did you know he had a streak of beating undefeated fighters? I said, I did not know that. Did y'all know that? Go subscribe to Stormy B-Man. I didn't know that. And then he ran into Shakur on short notice. Now, I'm not saying for him to run it back with Shakur, because personally, I don't think he has nothing for Shakur. But that was Padley up until Shakur. I like his story. Salute to Josh Padley. I would love to talk to him. Seems like a good dude. Snack said, I need a shot, man. Listen, Turkey says, hey, come in the ring. We need you to come in. I don't even give a shit who I'm fighting. Turkey, how much you paying me? I tell you, I give you $5 million because no one know you. Hey, okay. Yeah, fly me out. Fly me out. I'm packing now. I'm coming over there with the clothes on my back. Retired. You can tell me I'm fighting Bakoli and Ngannou on one night. Wake me up after the first knockout, give me some water, and I'll stumble my ass in the ring again. I'm like, come on, Francis! Kick to the head. Yeah, I'll be in the hospital for about a month, but I'm rich, damn it! I don't care. Get out of here. Do something strange for some change. Anyway, back to this nightmare. Michael Ray, salute. So Shakur, he's headlined 4 times, never been on pay-per-view. Nobody knows the numbers. Oh, but Drew, you can only do numbers when you're on pay-per-view. No. What did the ESPN ratings look like when he was in the ring? I remember them saying, hey, if the ratings were good with Valdez, that was because of the Mexicanos. Remember that? What did Drew say? I mean, don't do that to that kid. That's why Valdez is going to get his ass beat. And Shakur schooled him, man. Valdez didn't look like he needed to be. Valdez didn't look like he was in the same solar system as Shakur. Yeah, you're right, Angel. You're right. So I just want to know what was going on. I just want to know what's going on. My brother Nada86, first super chat of the morning. Salute to you, good brother. He says, salute, Drew, and salute to the mighty LDBC, man. Salute to you, good brother. Much love and appreciation. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, how are we rating Shakur? Marketability? I'm talking to the Shakur fans. I see y'all everywhere else, man, And this ain't beef. I'm just asking questions because I don't know. My brother 503 line in the mother effing building. Salute. And I find it strange that he goes to Lou Dibella. How's Lou Dibella supposed to help him? I'm just curious. Now, mind you, I'm going to remind y'all, this is what Lou said about him. This is what he said. This is after the De Los Santos fight. I know he saw it. Eddie is doing the best he can with Shakur. And Shakur says, now, F you, I'm gone. Let me show y'all this. In reporting, this from Fat Raphael. July 12th card with Shakur Zepeda, source with knowledge to the specifics, told me, and no one questions Fat Dan. Anytime Blue Blood says something, or BF says something, or the General says something, all right, I got a question. Where'd you hear that? I don't know. Where'd you heard that? Where'd you hear that? Or you heard, you don't know. Because Dan Raphael said, well, this is what he says. Split from Matchroom, and his manager, James Prince, has hired Lou Dibella as his promoter for the event to keep to keep an eye on stuff. Listen to look what he says. Hired Lou Dibella as his promoter for the event to keep an eye on stuff. What does that mean? Handle behind the scenes stuff, maybe do some media. What does that mean, y'all? What does that mean? Spiritually biased, salute. Yo, what does that mean? Keep an eye on stuff? What stuff? What is stuff? What is this? What does he mean? Has anyone asked him, what do you mean keep an eye on stuff? What does that mean? Has anyone asked Dan Raphael, what stuff? That would be my question to Dan right there. What stuff? Question mark. Stuff. What stuff? Worked out very well for Shakur. Gets a mid 7-figure payday with Zapata. That's mandatory without a purse bid. Hires a promoter for a flat fee that will make much less than a promoter that had him under contract would get, and will be a free agent after. So he hired Lou Dibella on what I call a consultant basis. It's not long term. He gave him a flat fee and says, I'm hiring you to do this work. Media, behind the scenes stuff. And Lou Dibella, like I said, these guys be hoes and getting pimped out. The fighters be hoes and the managers be hoes. The promoters be hoes. Because the supreme pimp right now is Turkey Al-Sheikh. So did Shakur do a smart move? And he's going to be a free agent after, right? Was that smart by Shakur? You're a free agent now, right? That means he's going to handle his own business. Can I ask y'all a question? Does Shakur have his own promotion company yet? Tank Davis has his. Andre Ward had his, right? KK Kovalev had his. Deontay Wilder has his. Errol Spence, man down, right? Does Shakur have his own? Educate me. Does he? Educate me, because I don't know. What is this company called? Brittle Hands Productions or what? Because he breaks his hands in every fight, right? Pillow Fist from Patterson. Is he from Patterson or Newark? I don't know. Nice Palms from Newark, whatever. Newark Nice Palms, whatever, you know. Powder Fist, right? Jeremy, what up? So, what is the name? Okay, I don't know. I haven't looked. I'm asking y'all. I don't know. So, is this a strong move? I don't know. And then he says this: Zapata pays for everything. All right. It's business, right? Didn't he tell that to Jamel Herring? It's business, right? That's what he said. Eric, oh, salute. It's business. That's what he said. Yeah. Oh, okay, Shower. Thank you for that. So Shakur is this him taking control of his own career? Is this an attempt? If it's an attempt, I can respect it. I can respect it. He got one more contracted fight with Eddie Hearn. Maybe that's why he hired Lou Dibella, who's not there contractually, but maybe, I mean, really think about what I'm saying here. And this is just me suspecting. Shakur split from Matchroom, and his manager, James Prince, has hired Lou Dibella as his promoter for the event to keep an eye on stuff. Handle behind the scenes stuff. Maybe do some media. So Dan don't know, but he says keep an eye on stuff and handle stuff behind the scenes. Shakur, what did you see that makes you uncomfortable? You don't trust Eddie Hearn? You don't trust Turkey Ala Sheik? You don't trust James Prince? You hired Lou Dibella to watch some stuff? I'm going to point something out about Lou Dibella. You know what? Let me leave that alone. I mentioned it before. Y'all know at one point he worked with Deontay, right? And he was fired. He was fired. Y'all remember why? Y'all remember that $100 million deal that was on the table by DAZN for Deontay? And here's what I heard, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. When Tay goes live, you can ask him. Could be wrong. I ain't got no problem being wrong. I like being corrected when I'm wrong because I want to be right. But if I remember correctly, y'all remember that $100 million deal from DAZN? Y'all remember back in the day, about a decade ago, they were like, Deontay Wilder ducked $100 million payday to fight AJ. And we were like, that's not accurate. Let me remind y'all what happened there. There was a $100 million deal on the table for Deontay Wilder from that Russian that was involved with DAZN. And Eddie Hearn was adamant. There's $100 million, Deontay, come get it. Right? And Deontay wasn't thirsty to run over there and talk to them. Right? From what I heard, well, from what I remember, and this is way before me and Tay even met, Lou Dibella went over there to talk to them about that deal. And from what I remember, and again, I could be wrong. Matter of fact, I'll call Tay today because it's been a long time. Nobody told him to go over there and speak on Deontay's behalf, and that's why he got fired. He went over there, and to hear what they had to say. Deontay heard $100 million, a 3-fight deal or whatever it was, and he wasn't moved. Dibella said, 100 mil, whoa, let me go see what they're talking about. So he went over there and started talking with them. And from what I heard, Shelly Finkel was like, yo, bro, who told you to go over there and talk on our behalf? You're fired. That's what I heard. And I read it. Since we're here now, we're going to talk to DAZN anyway. And do y'all remember Deontay saying, okay, 3-fight deal, blah, 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 blah. You want to secure me on DAZN for a 3-fight deal. That's great. And he said, is Anthony Joshua a part of this deal? Y'all remember this now? Oh, no, but we'll get you this guy and that guy. Wait a minute. Is AJ a part of this deal? Oh, well, we'll get you these 3 fights deal. Is AJ a part of this deal? They said, well, no. Got up and left the meeting. And the dudes at DAZN said, we had to apologize to Deontay for what? Not having our business in order. Y'all remember this now? Oh, he ducked 100 mil. He ducked 100 mil. And then the article came from DAZN saying, no, we had to apologize for him because we didn't have our shit in order. Because I was on Facebook at the time. And I shared the hell out of that article. I said, what y'all got to say? They're saying sorry. And I said, the only thing I can think of is AJ wasn't part of the deal. And I'll be damned. And this is way before I even met Tay Jones. I said, look at that. AJ wasn't part of the deal. Eddie Hearn was running around trying to lock Deontay into a DAZN deal. AJ was a match room fighter. He was going to keep AJ away from Deontay. There you go. That's what that was. Now do y'all remember? But I brought that up for a reason. Lou Dibella, if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to ask Tay Jones today. He was fired from the team because he tried to pull a Peter Khan. Drew, what is Peter Khan? Do y'all remember? Steve L, salute. Y'all remember what Peter Khan did? Early 2024. Right? Devin, he absolutely obliterates Regis Prograis. Right? He contacts Subadel Matias' team. No, I'm sorry. Wait, let me back it up. Peter Khan contacts Bill Haney on behalf of Subadel Matias. Bill comes to my show and says, I've been in contact with Subadel Matias and we're going to get him next. Y'all remember this? He just pulled up on me. I said, oh, that's great. T. Matias was like, what are you talking about? You never spoke to us. And then niggas started running around and said, oh, no, Bill lied. I said, wait a minute. Peter Khan contacted him on behalf of him. Peter Khan said, yeah, you know, T. Matias says, that guy don't work with us. So Bill didn't lie. This dude just called him on the phone and said, yeah, you know, Subadel Matias, yo, you want to do this? Yeah, I want to do this. Then he comes to the Strong House and reveals that information. We got hype. Y'all remember this? And T. Matias said, no, you never spoke to us. Really? Well, who's Peter Khan? We don't fuck with him. But y'all was insistent. Niggas got so down bad that they said, well, Bill's supposed to know who works with everybody. No. The question was, why the hell did this nigga call me up on behalf of you? Had me thinking, well, who does that? Peter Khan. Y'all remember I did that live? And I said, look, this ain't Bill's fault. This guy, Peter Khan, is on BoxRec. He's a promoter. He has an ID. He has a place of business phone number. He has an email, a fax. I'm not saying to dox him. He has a place of business for you to reach out to him. There's nothing wrong with respectfully reaching out to him and asking what was going on between you, Team Haney, and Subadel Matias. That's it. Write it in the email and get the question answered because he put himself in it. And then Team Matias was at Ness in the Boxing Voice that Monday or whatever. And Bill pulled up on him for real. He says, I was talking to the wrong guy before, but I'm talking to the right people now. What's up? And what did they tell Bill? Our guy's hands is broke and they won't be healed until like March or something. Y'all remember this? And Bill said, okay, well, when you get well, let's get it. Oh, yeah, we'll fly you out to Phoenix. Remember they want to fly Bill out to Phoenix, Arizona? You don't need to go there. We got Zoom meetings, the internet, the telephones. I ain't got to fly all the way out there for you. Let's talk. Let's talk now. So Devin never ducked that smoke. And Matias went ahead and fought Liam Powell, and he got koala and kangaroo problems because he got to run that back. You lost in Puerto Rico. Teach, what up? You lost in Puerto Rico, bro. You got to run that back, bro. Rackete. Ay, Subadel. Yeah, come on, bro. You got a lot to fix. Respectfully. Adrian, what up? But back to Dibella. The difference with Dibella, well, is a slight difference. I'm not going to, okay, he kind of pulled a Peter Khan, which got him removed from Team Bomb Squad. But the difference was he was really working with Bomb Squad. But he went behind their back to try and see what the deal was about. And that could be troublesome because it gives the appearance that he was trying to cut a deal. which is what Peter Khan was trying to do. Hey, I know these guys, and let me get you here. Let me get you guys to talk, and let me play real estate agent. All real estate agents do is create a meeting of the minds. The seller, the buyer. Hey, I'm going to interpret this for you, and when y'all work everything out, I'm going to help y'all, and y'all pay me a fee. So that's clearly what it sounds like Peter Khan was trying to do. And it failed, and none of you big heads held him accountable. I pulled him up on BoxRec, goddammit. I said, call him and ask. But this ain't Bill's fault. Now, Dibella was terminated for that because it looks suspicious. So, Shakur, do you know that about Dibella? That's just a weird happening that happened with him in Bomb Squad. Do you know about that? No. 10 years ago, you wasn't even on the map like that. Do you know who you're working with now? He also called you boring. Do you know about that? But what is this thing that you hired? Did he talk to you and say, yo, look, Eddie Hearn. Now listen, I'm just suspecting, y'all. I'm just suspecting things. Now hear me out, y'all. Because I don't know what's going on, but maybe Lou Dibella went to Shakur and say, man, you could be a lot more further ahead had you not listened to Jay Prince. Eddie Hearn, you really trust Eddie? Hey, Shakur, you ever spoke to Anthony Joshua about what happened to him in New York?
What?
Uh-oh. Have you ever spoken to AJ about what happened to him in New York? Yeah, he lost. Yeah, he lost, but have you ever spoken to him? Have you ever spoken to him? Have you ever spoken to Anthony Joshua about what really happened to him in New York? I'm playing games with words now. About what really happened. Yeah, he lost, but yeah, did you speak to him? Off the record, behind the scenes. No social media, nothing. Just you and him taking a walk. You ever spoke to him? Now, let's read what Dan Raphael said. Split from Matchroom. Split from James Prince. Hired Dibella as his promoter for the event to keep an eye on stuff. Handle behind the scenes stuff. Maybe do some media. Maybe. So they're not sure about the media. But hired Lou Dibella as his promoter for the event to keep an eye on. What is he keeping an eye on? Hey, Shakur, did you talk to AJ about what happened to him in New York? What the hell did I tell y'all my boy saw? And God rest his soul because he passed during COVID. What did I tell you he told me he saw? Blowing my phone up. I parked the damn bus. I'm like, what, man? What round did he knock him out in? He says, yo, you ain't. I said, no, I'm off the bus. What happened? He said, yo, your man lost. Who's my man? I said, I I'm not a Ruiz fan like that, But he said, no, AJ. I said, stop trolling, bro. And I look at my phone, like 40 missed calls and texts from Thomas. I'm like, wait a minute. What? And then Thomas calls. Hold on 1 second, y'all. I gotta take this call. Hold on. I'm sorry, y'all. What did I tell y'all? AJ walking around, sweat beads on his head, looking like he had to poop. No socks on. I mean, no shoes on. My man was like, who's the tall British dude, you know, James Bond looking dude? I said, that had to be Eddie Hearn. He's like, yo, he was on the phone pacing back and forth in the locker room talking about, I don't know. He said, there was something wrong with your boy. I was like, huh? I went home and watched the replay. And I'm like, okay, Andy goes down in the first round, came back and then dropped him twice. In between which rounds, I don't remember. In between the rounds, you hear AJ say, why do I feel this way? And I was like, oh, shit. He got poisoned, man. Me and Stormy did a show on that when it happened. Just check my channel. What they did to Deontay, they got AJ because they can't have no black person undefeated and unified with the threat of being undisputed. They can't have that. MJ, what up? They can't have that. They got Deontay and they got AJ. Let's just get him one loss. He'll get it back. See what I mean? Y'all remember Eddie Hearn's face at the end of that fight? He was completely like messed up. Y'all remember AJ's pops lunging at Eddie? And he was like, no, dog, it's not them, it's me. Nah, bro. I heard it from a source. And God rest my boy passed. But I would have loved to have bring him on my show so he can explain what he saw. And he's not even a boxing fan like that. But I was talking highly about this dude because I didn't like what AJ was doing and how Eddie Hearn was moving. He called me. I was at work. I couldn't answer the phone while I'm driving. And by the time I got back to him, he was telling me this stuff. He said, your man's downstairs walking with no goddamn shoes on, sweat beads on, breathing heavy. He was like, what's wrong with him? And in between the damn ring, in between the rounds, I forget which round, he's like, why do I feel this way? I was like, yo, I know what I was looking at. Did y'all? No. The man got poisoned, man. They said, we just going to get this nigga today. He's going to have a loss. He'll get the belt back, and whatever happens, happens. You feel me? So maybe Dibella went to Shakur and said, you ever spoke to Anthony Joshua about what happened to him in New York? Hey, look, man. You with Eddie right now? If he allowed that to be done to AJ, boy, you just a drop in the bucket. Shakur split from Matchroom, and his manager, James Prince, has hired Lou Dibella as a promoter for the event to keep an eye on stuff. Handle behind the scenes stuff. There you go. Now that's what I suspect. But what do I know? Now the 86 in that super chat, much love and appreciation. He says, don't forget to like and share the stream and subscribe to the Painful Excellence podcast. Give me 1 second. This person keeps calling me. Hold on. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I have a full-time life. Man, salute to you, Nada. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah. So y'all see what Dan Raphael put, right? Keep an eye on things. Yo, listen, I'm gonna put it up again. Y'all need to listen. I'm really big on listening to people and reading what they say. And when someone says something that sounds fugazi, try and get them to repeat it to make sure they know what they're saying. Hired Lou Dibella as his promoter for the event to keep an eye out on stuff. Why is that there? Why is that sentence there? Why didn't he just say hired Lou Dibella as his promoter to possibly do some media? As a promoter, what do promoters do? Promote and to possibly handle media. What's all that fluff in between? Keep an eye on stuff. What are you keeping an eye out? Because what are you looking out for? Your fighter's best interest. ATL, unanimous boxing, salute. You're looking out for your fighter's best interest. His safety, right? But when we say that there's a lot of politics, bullshit, and unsafe things that can harm a fighter behind the scenes, when it was a reference to Deontay, y'all ain't want to hear it. It's a possibility that what happened to Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua in my city was over Eddie Hearn's head, and he couldn't stop it. And he didn't know how to stop it. You know who knows how to watch out for stuff like that? Tyson Fury. You will never cheat that guy because he's the ultimate cheater. The only thing you can do is get him not to cheat. And a clean, undrugged, properly gloved Tyson Fury, you know what he looks like? Look at all three of his fights in the Middle East. All three of his fights in the Middle East. Look at him. Francis Ngannou pretty much almost beat him. Knocked him down and everything. In 2 fights with Alexander Usyk, pretty much a cruiserweight. Fought life and death. Stop it. So, in that aspect, here's what I'm going to say. Maybe, I don't know what's going on with the Jay Prince thing. Maybe it was a package deal. Maybe Dibella said, look, I could look out for you because there's a lot of corrupt stuff and whatever. But you got to get away from James Prince, man. I mean, because you could be that much. He told you not to take the Devin Haney fight. That's why I asked y'all earlier. Look, man, you could have fought and beat Devin. He was drained at 135. You could have been undisputed with one fight. On pay-per-view, one fight, beat Devin Haney. But Jay Prince told you not to do it. I'm just suspecting, y'all. I'm not saying he did. I'm just suspecting. Because it's kind of weird. The way you send them bottle service over 1 minute, and then when Devin spins the block and say, all right, I'm going to give you the payday. Now you talking about I know my worth? Was that worth good enough for you? Or was Jay Prince was he not getting a big enough cut? I'm just suspecting, y'all. I'm suspecting. Maybe Dibella swooped in and said, hey, man, if I was with you, I'd have told you to take that fight. You could have won it and had 2 fights with Devin. Both on pay-per-view. You would have been the next star. Jay Prince told you not to do it, man. Eddie Hearn, you know what Eddie Hearn did? Remember what Eddie Hearn did with AJ in New York? Nah, what did he do? Well, AJ got poisoned, man. Go back and look at that fight, man. He didn't protect his fighter. He also kept AJ away from Deontay Wilder. You see, Shakur, I think that you beat everybody at 135 and possibly 140. And all those catch weights above 140. See, the truth is, Shakur, if I was dealing with you, you'd have beat Tank, you'd have beat Devin, you'd have beat Kambosos, you'd have fought Loma by now and beat him. But these guys are sewing your career up. See, they're poisonous to you inside the ring, and it's dirty. And working with Eddie Hearn, he can't protect you from the poison outside the ring, outside the ring. So I need to keep eye on stuff for you. I'll do right by you, Shakur. Where do I sign? And he signed him. He sold his bullshit and he signed him. So Jay Prince is out. Eddie Hearn, he has one more fight. Yo, you're going to need Dibella now, bro. Because now he done embedded it in your head that Eddie Hearn might be real relaxed in your next fight. Don't check no water. King Reek, salute. Exactly. You ain't got to check no water. This is his last fight. I don't care what happens. He made a choice. Don't check no water. Man, who cares if this cut man is late? Darius, what up? Sign it in blood. I don't know. This is all speculation, y'all. I'm not saying it's definite because Jay Prince and Eddie Hearn to Lou Dibella, and this is no shade to Lou. Lou's known in the industry, but I'm just asking. I'm just asking, man. What is this about? He says the powder pays for everything. You still got to win the fight, man. All Turkey Out of Sheik was saying, I don't want to pay for this because I think you beat this guy. That's how much of a pedestal he puts you on. He thinks you're a superior talent. He'd rather see you in the ring with your contemporaries. And according to Turkey Out of Sheik and a lot of the fans, Zapata's not in your league. I think he did, Abel. I think he did. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I saw this news and I didn't understand. I mean, I was confused. I was asking, man.
Can I ask you what's going on? 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 Can I ask you what's going on?
I was confused. They had to detain me. They was like, yo, what the fuck? I was like, wait, Dibella? Can I ask you what's going on? How you go from Jay Prince and Eddie Hearn to Lou Dibella? What happened, bro? The only thing I could listen, no one knows. There's no until Shakur says something, and even if he says something, I'm gonna have a problem believing it. I'm gonna have a problem believing it. And the only thing I could think of is what I told you. I can't unshake what Dan Raphael wrote. Hired Lou Dibella as his promoter for the event to keep an eye on stuff and handle behind the scenes stuff. What stuff, man? Keep an eye on what? Language is important, ladies and gentlemen. Keep an eye on stuff. What stuff? Hold on, right there. What stuff? He wrote that because he was told that. He wrote that because he was told that. Can I ask what's going on? Does this match? Does this match? Is this quality? I'm just asking. I'm just asking. In the looks department, I want y'all to follow me on this. This is like leaving a prime Janet Jackson for like Lizzo. And I'm saying this respectfully, and salute to Lizzo because she's taking the weight off. She's taking her health seriously, and salute to her. But y'all get my point. Both are wealthy. Both are talented. But Janet got some ish with her. Lizzo got some ish with her, but I mean, she's like 2 decades younger. You get what I'm saying? Lizzo cook. Maybe Janet don't. You understand? Bakari, what up? Yeah, I forgot about that too. There was that takeoff case. Yeah, there was that. I forgot about that. Maybe it was a good move. Maybe Jay Prince was in the middle of a lot of stuff, and that made him uncomfortable. Because the last time we saw Takeoff alive, it was during a dice game, and Shakur was standing there. I'm like, why is he at a dice game? Wait a minute, everybody over there's a millionaire. Why are they rolling dice? And then Takeoff is murdered. The hell? Shakur was one of the last people to see that brother alive, man. Enormous Giant Clothing Company, salute. Why is he there? Why are they doing that? What the hell's going on? People were saying then, Shakur need to get away from Jay Prince, man. They were saying it then. I didn't want to put that on Jay Prince, because just like you could be 2 great parents and provide your kids with the best lifestyle, and one of your kids decides to do something stupid. You feel me? Yeah, Shakur and Jared was there. I mean, oh God. Another thing with Jay Prince, and I'm glad you brought that up, Shower. I don't like how they were promoting Jared. Let me be clear. I didn't like the packaging. 1 minute he's coming to the ring with a pimp cane and a big old hat on. I'm like, what the fuck? What in the name of fucking minstrel show is this? What in the name of blaxploitation was he trying to do? And then I'm watching it. He comes to the damn ring in a jail outfit. I'm like, what is that? Blew my mind. Grand Regent Thrag, salute. I was like, what is this? And then Jared gets in a high-speed chase with the police. Remember all of that? Cries in front of Roy Jones. I said, oh, no. Then I found out I'm watching the television, and after he won against Charles Martin, and salute to Charles Martin, friend of the Stronghouse, I'm like, why is he crying on his mother's bosom? What's going on? He won. I said, what's that dog doing with the coat? Why does he have the fuck? McGruff, the crime dog backstage? What is that? Neat J says, no, that's a security animal. I said, well, what do you mean? His comfort animal. I said, wait a minute, I was just joking. That's really his dog, like his comfort dog? She was like, yes. And then he's crying in front of Roy Jones and said, nope, I don't trust him. Yeah, that's Shakur's man. All of that is Jay Prince. So maybe Lou Dibella, and listen, if Lou Dibella didn't get in his head, maybe Shakur said, yo, I need out this bitch. Don't trust Eddie Hearn. I'm watching Big Baby, and that's my guy, but I'm looking at him, and Jay, maybe he knows something about Jay, maybe Jay's not changing with the times. And times change with boxing, as you can see, fast. You remember when DAZN hit the block? Oh, it's backed by a billionaire Russian. Remember that? Billionaire Russian. Ah, he's a billionaire. Ah, he got a bag. Nothing. They gave it to Eddie Hearn. He said, I'm going to get all the PBC fighters. So that's all the fanatics, all the PBC haters. You know, I was standing in the pocket defending Al Heyman. I was like, why are y'all upset? Why are y'all obsessed with securing PBC fighters? And nobody left. The couple that did, they wanted to come back. They wanted to come, they want, I forgot, what was his name? He said, man, the worst thing I did was leave Al Heyman, man. I want to go back to Al Heyman. He said it after the Golovkin fight. Oh, man, what is that guy's name? I can't think of his name. It'll come to me in a second. Matter of fact, it's bothering me. Let me look it up right now. I'll know the name when I see it. It was Monterosen. Vanis Monterosen. Vanis Monterosen. I remember that. Said it right there on television. Thank you, Tim. And the worst thing I did was leave Al Heyman. I want to go back to Al. He said that. I said, well. And Eddie fumbled the bag. That's fine. But Eddie has failed forward because he understands things now. When I asked him, what have you learned since working in the American market? He said, that's a good question. It is a good question. Because he could have tucked his tail between his legs and ran back to the UK and we never heard from him again. But he said, no. He understands it now. He viewed the landscape and he's adjusted. I'll give him credit for that. But for Shakur to leave Jay Prince and Eddie Hearn, he saw something or somebody brought something to his attention. I don't know. But to leave Eddie Hearn and Jay Prince to go to Lou Dibella, and then you read the tweet, Dan Raphael says, hired Lou Dibella as his promoter for the event to keep an eye on stuff and handle behind the scenes stuff. I want to know what stuff they're talking about. Because I don't know anything. And if Shakur said anything about it, let me know. Because I don't know anymore. But that's my time, man. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, Zelda, Cash App, Super Chat. Share the video. Do it for us. Because this is why we don't get no notifications and things like that. If you share the video, more people will, you'll shine a light on the programming that you choose to watch. And I appreciate all of you. Thank you guys so much. Pep Talk will be back in the evenings. Y'all keep an eye out. Go subscribe to the Painful Excellence Podcast. Go subscribe. That's my backup channel. I'm going to put that link in here for y'all. Because you never know. Hold on, what is this? What is this? Okay. Put this right here. Some of y'all are on Pep Talk right now. Let me pin it. I'm going to put it here too. Go subscribe. That's my backup channel. Should have did this earlier, but I didn't. So it is what it is. It's pinned at the top. Go subscribe to the Painful Excellence Podcast. I did Pep Talk last night. I'll dual stream on both channels, but I did Pep Talk last night. I was talking about men, your idols. A lot of y'all are very feminine in y'all idols. Y'all worshiping these dudes, man. Toby, what up, Toby? Y'all worshiping these dudes, and it's sad. Worship this guy, Kevin Gates, and y'all guys are worshiping Tank Davis and claiming, oh, it's just because he's from Baltimore. Look, man, Baltimore, There's some history in that city alone. Slavery history, you know, there's a lot of incest things going on there, you know. And I'm not kidding. A lot of y'all are banging y'all cousins, y'all don't even know. It was a slave trade thing. I'm serious, and that's probably why a lot of Tank fans are how they are. You know, it's wild. There's some wild stuff, but whatever. And then now we've heard about Kanye West. He was literally blowing his cousin. And there you go. There's dudes out here that was defending Kanye to the death, ready to fight you to the death. You know, people pull up on BFTB. Oh, I'll see you. All this over because he says Tank's not fighting his contemporaries. Yeah, when I see you, I'm gonna come to Texas. Yeah, all right. Look at who you're defending. Look at your idols, bro. Kevin Gates is saucy. He is. You're worried about how LeBron's wife looks at him. It's disgusting. Yeah, Jose, I saw that shit. That kid, you can hear that kid. He's a kid. You can hear that there's something wrong with him. He sounds like he has pudding in his mouth. His mama never got him speech classes in school when he was growing up. That's an easy fix. So he's handicapped. He's infatuated with Tank Davis. And he comes to a channel to get cursed out habitually every day. It's disgusting. That's why I need some of these fighters to go away so they can take their fans with them. Tank Davis fans in particular. And now the latest is Kanye West admitting that he was blowing his male cousin until the age of 14, man. Your cousin is doing life in prison. All his inmates heard that. They heard that. Man, your idols. Y'all better get right. But salute to y'all, man. We'll be pumping out a lot more content. Love y'all. The general should be on. Y'all stay blessed. Bronx on deck.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
Kanye.